Imagine if they had something like that. Squeenix. You know, come to think of it, I don't know anyone who doesn't call Square Enix Squeenix. Hi everyone. Welcome to more Nier Automata. Wait. Nier Replicant. Sorry, the music being set to Nier Automata music messed with my brain there for a moment. We're not playing Automata, we're playing Replicant with Nier Automata music. Which is weird, but it is what it is. So anyway, as you can see, look at that. Look at these two little love bugs right here. We got some crossbreeding going on. And some failures. But mainly we got some crossbreeding. So we have to wait for these two to die. And then we'll be good. Which is fairly exciting, I think, because we are one step away from Lunar Tears. Since I'm pretty sure that right there is kind of neat. Because we now have Peach and whatever that is. I don't remember what color it is. But I mean, to me, it just looks like light blue. Like a sort of pale blue. But it's definitely a different blue than that blue. So it doesn't really seem pink to me. But you know, we'll see. We'll see how things go. So I'm gonna wait for all those to die, and then we'll continue from there. So first things first, we'll do a quick lap around the village to collect any items that we need, such as, like, you know, if giant eggs showed up or anything like that at all. We want to be able to grab them now while we wait. And then we're going to continue on with the story quests, which is going to go talk to the junk heap friendo. Oh sweet, look, giant egg. See what I say. You gotta check these things, you know? Also, today, well, earlier today, I should say, I did, well, I replanted the garden over there because everything came up and I got nothing out of it. But I replanted everything and now we've definitely got another crossbreed there. We just have to wait for it to fall apart. And then we will breed the crossbreeds together, I believe is what we're supposed to do. I think, anyway. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. Like, there's not that many stages getting from game 2, it's just, you know, dealing with the RNG that is the time-consuming bit. But in between checking the flowers earlier today, I also did a couple of runs of the DLC, the diary entry, I should say. I guess it's not really DLC anymore, considering it's not part of the main game. But I did a few runs through that, and I got another eagle egg from it, so it was well worth it. Also, I discovered that one of the magic spells, should we call them spells? One of the magic things that we got going on, that I really haven't been using that much, is actually much more useful than I thought. Which feels like it's sort of been a theme with this playthrough. You're just gonna tell me what's oddly, right?
What have we got today?
Well, I can tell you what I got in my hand that's burning me now.
Which job should I give you first? A facade resident is looking for help. It's about flowers or something like that. I wrote down the client's location on your map, so... Oh,
ouch.
Doesn't look like...
So, yeah, I have some Hochicha tea here. Just some roasted green tea. It's so good. It's probably my favorite tea nowadays, I think. I think my old favorite tea, which I still drink a good amount, but not in the same way anymore, was PG Tips. which is just English black breakfast tea, and mixing it with a little bit of milk and brandy used to be the way that I drank it 4 or so years ago, I think. And that was like my go-to comfort drink. And I don't put milk in it anymore. Or brandy, for that matter. I think the last time I did that was Thanksgiving. And it didn't really taste the same as it used to. So, kind of makes it sentimental a little bit. But that's probably just because PG tips have more meaning to me than just tea. So, anyway, speaking of meanings and emotional moments and things, I watched Megalobox, as I said I was going to. Should I bother checking? Nah. We're gonna just go straight to the Yankee. I caught up on anime, mostly. I'm not caught up on Silhouette from the Spider or Blue Reflection Ray, because my friend wasn't up to watching those. But we did catch up on Zombieland Saga, so the 2 episodes that I was behind on there are now dealt with, which is great. Oh, we're good? Well, spoiler here, like, the Dark Wall is the magic spell I was talking about, of the thing that I found a use for that I didn't realize it was as useful as it is. If you recall from the other day when I ran the DLC the first time, I kept getting bonked off the edge by the big dudes. And turns out having Dark Wall up makes that a lot harder for them to do. Like, it kind of negates, well, pretty much all of that for the most part until it goes away. So it works really well. And if you release it when you're next to something, it will go ahead and kind of like put a little bit of knockback on it. I don't really think it does that much damage, but it does knock him back, which is the important part of it. So it works well against big enemies that, you know, actually have a health bar that doesn't go away in 2 seconds.
Damn! Where'd they go? Get him! Don't let him escape!
This almost looks like it wants me to control it.
Who are you? Military defense robot, Key 33. You are an intruder. You must be eliminated. Error. There is something leaking from your eyes. What is crying? Who is Mom?
These are normal questions that a military robot asks the thing it's supposed to kill.
My creator is also dead. He perished hundreds of years ago. 874 years, 10 months, 14 days, 4 hours, and 43 minutes. 44 minutes. I am incapable of being lonely, or missing others, or crying. You will die. Why will they kill you? I will not permit the humans to kill Khalil. Military defense robot P-33 will protect you. P-33 is charged with defending others. P-33 will defend Khalil.
Beepy. Red and Dicey are always together. He says even though they argue a lot, they're actually good friends. I wish I could travel with Red sometimes.
Man, there's gotta be tons of machinery here.
Yeah, but I don't know how much we can actually use.
Oh, wow. Check this out. It looks brand new.
Hey, be careful, all right? This place is dangerous.
I'll be fine.
Oh no!
Huh?
Look out!
Huh? 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 Jacob? Oh God, this can't be happening. Jacob! Jacob! No!
The noise of the intruders caused the structure to fail. They should have proceeded with more caution. One intruder has perished.
Oh, Gideon.
The junk heap. Perhaps we should speak to the brothers. They might know something about this.
Sure. Let me just collect mouse tiles real quick, buds. You know, I got priorities in life. Hey, Gideon.
Oh, hey there. It's been a while.
You're the little one, aren't you? You've grown up.
How fares your brother?
My brother's been dead for 4 years.
Oh, I see. Please forgive the question.
It's okay.
I need to ask you something.
What is it?
You heard any rumors about shades around here? Not the little ones. I'm looking for one that's unusually big and powerful.
No, I haven't heard about anything like that. But I haven't really been listening. All I want is to destroy robots. Just rip them up.
Okay.
I feel that's a pretty normal reaction.
Never mind then. See you later.
Wait!
Yes?
I recently got my hands on a weapon. A very powerful weapon. I thought you might get some use out of it.
Don't we already have this weapon?
Shh. These things happen the second time around. This sword has seen better days.
Yeah, it's pretty beat up.
Good fourth wall
I mean,
break.
there's potential, but it's fairly powerless right now.
Can you repair it?
I can repair anything with the proper materials.
If you'll fix it, I'll get the parts.
I'm so glad I decided not to throw this out. I'm gonna need some memory alloy. Only the real big enemies on the second basement level have them, so watch yourself. Also, here's the passcode to get down there. Use it on the elevator.
You got it.
So let's find out what exciting music they're going to use for the junkie. My guess is the Wretched Automatas or something like. Also, the Automata music, fun fact, gets copyright claimed on YouTube. So if there are ads on the YouTube videos, that's why. You already possess the full animal.
Well, it's a shame about the older lad. He was but a child.
Sounds like you went into a dangerous area for the sake of the business.
It does. So we're gonna do a regular old run of this place. I know we already had the alloy, and we could skip it and just go through, but I mean, do you actually expect me not to do a full run of this? You know? Okay, that won't have anything though. Well, then it will have 2 robots, so I'm actually gonna forego that, just because there's no particular reason for it. Excuse me. While we murder things though, I'll talk a little bit about Megalobot and anime in general that I caught up on, because that's what I like to do. So the Zombieland Saga, the previous 2 episodes came out. They were good. It looks like, well, it looks like they're kind of giving each character an arc or so, or expanding upon them at least a little bit, which is nice. And so the first episode, well, they're expanding it on, not fully, I suppose, but so like the first episode was getting everything back in, getting the whole band back together essentially, and then the second episode was a Saki episode and kind of touching on how the zombies' lives are actually affected by the fact that they're zombies, right? Like them not being able to like really love anymore. Well, they can love, right, but they can't really have a boyfriend or anything like that. Like, you know, the character gets to meet one of her heroes from when she was alive and who she really looked up to, and she kind of loves him, like, had that youthful crush on him, and then finally getting to meet him, and even though he's like all washed up basically and kind of quitting the radio show that he was running that she fell in love with, you know, he's still really special to her and stuff, and she even admits her feelings to him and whatnot in the episode, and he responds well to it. Like, you know, he tells her that she's a bit too young for him, and, you know, to let him know when she's a bit older and such, which sucks for her, because, you know, she's, you know, just as old basically, give or take like a few years, but she's a zombie, so she can't have those things. So I feel like the first season didn't really touch on that stuff that much. Like, it touched on some of their identities every now and then need to be dealt with, but it didn't touch with that more like human side of things. And so that was the second episode, and then this third and fourth episode was an arc for another one of the characters, for I. But not just about I, like it kind of focused on stuff related to her, because like her old band shows up, or idol group rather, and you know, they see her as being talented and whatnot. They don't know that it's actually the same person who was in their group before, but they try to recruit her. And it's interestingly spun, because instead of it being like that kind of classic, like, oh, like what should you do thing from that perspective, from the character who's being asked to join, I did this right inside one already, right? I did, right? Yes, I did, okay. It's from the like girls in the band. It's reflective and like the ones who are kind of trying to get by without having the person who's usually like the lead and who's like really good at idol stuff and helping them do whatever they need to do, and how they're getting along and how they react to seeing this person try to poach the member. And like instead of it being about like whether or not some character should leave because they're like, you know, really good at this one thing or really good compared to the others or whatever, it's like a different spin on it almost, with it being more like, well, the band members who like worry about the girl leaving are worried because they don't think that their own band is good enough, basically. And so they're confronted with that perspective and kind of, you know, they deal with it. And it's done really well. And we get not one song, but 2 songs. Although one of them is
the
new.
elder brother postponed his joy for the sake of his sibling. Do you
And
think
the
he
other
was
is a
ever
return.
truly happy?
Just making his little brother happy would have been enough. That's what being an older brother is like.
So, really good episode, or pair of episodes, because that one was a 2-parter with a bit of a cliffhanger. Although, because we were behind by 2 episodes, we got to watch it right away, so that was kind of nice. Unfortunately, my friend's computer was messing up. Like, I don't really know what was wrong with it, neither did she. She scanned it to see if there was any viruses according to antivirus-related things, and it didn't come up with anything, so her internet's just kind of being shit, it seems, for no good reason, which is unfortunate. So we didn't watch the latest Spider episode, which is too bad, because that's a fun show. Really fun. Although the human parts suck ass. Not even kidding. If it wasn't for the spider carrying the show, I wouldn't bother watching it. Because I mean, the whole premise of the show is that, you know, that one girl is reincarnated as a spider, and is, well, I mean, just the name of the show is so what if I'm a spider? Like, so she gets on with it, basically, and kind of goes through all these fun things and has her weird little misadventures. And like the latest bit of arc that they've been doing has been her like escaping the dungeon that she was born in, and her mother being not so happy about that. And like, her mother isn't a person, her mother is a gigantic spider beast that doesn't have a personality or anything like that. Like, there's no funny humor stuff there. It's just this gargantuan hulking beast that wants to return her for whatever reason to back into the dungeon. And so she's been running away from that for a while. And she got herself into a good number of pickles about that situation. But her reactions and everything else really carried the show. It's our Yuki doing her thing. And so she's a pretty phenomenal voice. And generally, not every show, but almost every show that she's in, if the writing is subpar, it's still enjoyable to watch because she carries the damn thing on her back. Just with how amusing her voice is. So, her, she's also the voice of the Witch of the Highlands in the I've been defeating slimes for 300 years show, where she maxed her level out after she was reincarnated into that other world, after literally overworking herself to death. Dark Blast challenge right there. Yeah. But that show doesn't need to be carried. That show's actually generally amusing and fun, and would work fine even if it wasn't her voice. Oh, where's my buttons at? But it's made even better by, you know, her doing her thing. It's been cute and fun, like kind of like slice of life humor isekai and nothing too serious going on. So it's been really nice, basically. But yeah, that spider show, the human parts are the worst part of the episode. Like, the plot is nonsensical. Or rather, it's not nonsensical, I guess, but like, they jump around between the time when the characters got reincarnated and the future time, which is like the human arc part, which is like 15 years post that. Because like when the spider is reincarnated, she's ready to go. Like, no need to grow up, none of that stuff. She's born a monster at her like level 1, and then away she goes, instantly able to do everything like that. While the rest of her classmates that died were reincarnated as humans and other things like that, and so, you know, they got some ramping up to do, amongst other things. So you can tell there's a time skip, basically. And it's interesting, like, the human parts really only serve to show, really only, like, go to show us to tease as to what might have happened to the spider that you're seeing do all these things. So that's like really the only good part, but the characters are really boring. The human characters, I mean, are extremely boring. The plot is rushed and doesn't make a lot of sense if you're not like actively trying to pay attention to it, which is really hard because it's really hard to care about them because they're not the spider. Like, the whole premise of the show that's interesting is the spider part, where she's going around through this labyrinth, gaining new abilities, and like leveling up and finding all these weird skills that are starting to appear in her list because of things that she's doing, and like this heresy magic and other things that's showing up because she's just trying to, you know, do whatever and not really worrying too much about what it might mean within the context of the world itself. So she's accumulating these heresy magic spells and other things, and like, you know, she fought and killed her other spiders, and I think, yeah, and so she got like one of the first traits she got, or whatever skill type things, titles, something like that. I forget what they called it exactly, but it was Kinslayer, and that started her off on this track towards these things, and she's kind of going down that evolutionary branch that's somewhat looking like it's going to lead her to eventually become like a demon lord of some kind or something. So it's interesting to see where she's going with that. And then you don't get to find out more, because then they spend like 15 minutes on humans doing training and learning basic magic and having their little petty squabbles while they're out on like a camping field trip, and like none of it matters at all until like 5 episodes later, where all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, well, the teacher basically like doing this small slight to this one asshole who totally deserved it kicks off this whole thing where he now wants to go and like destroy the kingdom that they're in, and allies with some vampire and all this other shit that goes off. And it's just like, it could be interesting on its own, you know, but because it's within the context of this like really amusing comedy that's going on and taking you away from that action, I don't want any of it, basically. So it's really unfortunate that it's kind of like a show within a show, but it's like a D tier show nestled within an A tier show. And the longer it's been going on, the more time they've been kind of giving to the human side. It's not good. I flicked through the latest episode that we didn't get to watch, and like the first 10 episodes are spider, or the first 8 minutes actually. Sorry, episode, I meant minutes. The first 8 minutes are spider, and then the next 10 minutes are human, and then the last 4 or 5 are spider. So like there's still more spider in that one, which is good, but yeah. So, oh, I love it else. But yeah, it's almost enough to make me want to just read the comic instead, because then I wouldn't have to like read the parts about the humans, or could just read it quickly and get it over with to get whatever small plot detail they want to try to throw my way, and then move on to the part that I actually care about, which is seeing where the spider goes. So. Hochijo's good. I like drinking this tea, the Hochijo tea, because it reminds me of Japan. That's really all there is to it, honestly. It's the first time I had it was on the plane, and every time I drink it, it makes me think about it. That's all. Like I close my eyes for a second, and I'm back on the plane from Tokyo going to Okayama. And man, do I like stewards. No, I'm kidding. I mean, I do, but it's just nice. That's all. It was a good trip. And a good plane ride. The plane ride to Japan is painful, mind you. 14 hours. It's a long time to be on a plane. Even though international flights do have decent legroom, so I just have trouble falling asleep on planes, so I barely got any sleep, which is fine because I think when you fly international, generally I feel like it's almost better not to sleep because then you're really tired, right? But typically you also have like the adrenaline excitement of going to a new place, and that keeps you awake for the first 8 hours of you being in that place. And oh, we're already falling into tennis. And so what you do is you stay awake for the day that you're in, and then you fall asleep, and then your sleep schedule starts to align to where you actually are. I mean, not all international flights, I suppose, need that, because not everywhere just changes time zones so drastically, but for Japan, it's rather helpful, I think. I almost wish they would just pick it up, even though you're at 99, and like just not increment the number or something, as opposed to leaving it there. I mean, I get why it leaves it there, and it's a good indicator that you're at 99, but it bothers me to have it there. So, besides not watching the Spider Show though, I did watch Megalobox, like I said. So I caught up on that. So episodes 3 and 4. 4 and 5? I want to say 3 and 4. Anyway, the last 2 episodes that came out. And they finished the arc with Chief and the other immigrants. So that arc came to a close, and now we're getting into the meat, I think, of what's going to be the season, which is what exactly happened with Joe that made it so that he started becoming a nomad and wandered around for 5 years away from all the people that we knew in season 1. And they kind of answered that to some degree. I mean, I think they're probably still going to show the results of the exhibition match that they teased in this last one. But I think anyone, you know, watching probably already knows how it went, honestly. Although I could be wrong. So, and they've hinted at it before by showing the hospital scenes with Nanbu, that he was sick and something happened there, but they didn't really give a good explanation up until this episode as to why, like, Sachio became so angry with Joe and other things. So, like, really, I think it's really good. They've done a great job with the characters, and the writing is really good because it's all really believable. Because I think Sachio isn't just mad about... He's not mad about Joe going and doing this exhibition match, or at Joe for getting like the hopes of people up that there might be a way to help cure Nambu of the disease that he has and everything else, which sounds like it's lymphomatic cancer. That's my guess. It's something to do with his lymph nodes. My guess is it's cancer, but I could be wrong. There could be a different lymphoma, I don't know, something. But either way, he's sick, and Joe wants to get money to give him better treatment and everything like that. Even though Nambu said that he was fine, just kind of like living the next 5 or so months, however long the doctor said he had to live, kind of peacefully. But it's hard. It's hard for Sachio and for Joe and the rest of that family of orphans and rejects and whatnot who finally found a place together with them all to accept that, you know, someone that they really care about sleep. And so, you know, people are frustrated. I think Sachio isn't mad at Joe per se for accepting the job, but he's mad because there's nothing that he can do about it. Like, even with the money, there's no guarantee that it'll help. And he resents Joe, I think, for giving him even that slightest bit of hope when he had started to accept that, you know, the death was inevitable. Especially because, like, it's probably not going to help, you know. So I think he's equally mad with himself and the situation as he is with Joe kind of going against the wishes of Nambu, which he, I think, kind of expressed a bit with the flashback scene that showed Joe and Sachio's like confrontation with them yelling at each other, and Sachio saying that they're not a team anymore, and yelling at Joe for not going and visiting Nambu at all, and that Joe is just running away to the ring. And there might be some truth in that. I don't know. We don't know if Joe actually visited Nambu or not. Joe said that he gave, or rather that he told him about it. But who knows if he's lying or not. So, we'll see. But really good writing. And also, like, I don't know how they got permission to grind up any Morricone's bones and snort them, but the person who's making the music for Megalobox Season 2, they must have, because the amount of any Morricone, like, channeled in on that soundtrack, especially that ending theme, is quite a bit. There's a lot there. So if you're a fan of spaghetti westerns, you'll probably, like, kind of recognize a lot of the feel of the OST, I think. But really good show. Like, you could easily... I feel like you could... Well, I mean, I never took a cinematography class or any of those types of things. I had a number of friends who did, and they all got kind of into watching movies and, like, kind of critiquing them like that in a sort of pretentious way. But I almost feel like you could probably show a good chunk of Megalobox for a lot of those things itself. So. I wasn't paying attention. Did we get a memory alloy at all for our trouble? Or no?
A large seagoing vessel that carries freight and passengers over bodies of water. You have taught me much, Khalil. You have helped to expand my vocabulary. You have instructed me in the ways of the outside world.
Give me one quick moment. I need to check the achievements here. I'm looking to see the one for defeating P33. Okay, so I don't have it yet. Defeat P33 within 4.5 minutes. So we haven't gotten that one yet. So I'll do the same as Hansel and Gretel, which is that, you know, when we do this fight, I'll go ahead and give it a rush and kill him quick and ignore dialogue that we might otherwise get. And during Route C, we'll go ahead and let as much dialogue play out as possible. Which I think will be better anyway, because I'll swap the original, the soundtrack to the original as well during that part. So, during Route C, I mean, as opposed to experiencing this with Automata music, because I really enjoyed Automata, don't get me wrong, but I think Automata's music fits Automata well, and some of it, you know, is decent here, but it's not the same as the original. I think for people who like really loved Automata a lot more than the, or a lot people who played the original. Sorry, let me collect my thought. I think the people who haven't played the original Nier Replicant and have only played Automata will enjoy this feature more than people who have played the original.
That's some pretty impressive stuff you found. I'll start upgrading your weapon right away. And since you did me a favor, I won't even charge you for it.
I just want to know how you lost your arm, Gideon.
Well, actually, this is gonna take a little more time than I thought. No sense in you waiting around.
That would be great.
No sense in...
That would be...
By the way, what can I help you with?
Okay. Can I upgrade? No, we need black pearls. Fuck. Oh, Ancient Red Dragon now. Okay, but let me sell stuff first, because we have way too many antennas.
By the way, what can I help you
And
with?
depending on how well we sell things, maybe we'll get them at means. Let me sell 22 of those. 4 of those, not those. I want at least 30 of most things. Taking batteries. These have accumulated much slower actually, so it's not. You though! You! We don't need that many of you. So thank you, but no thank you. Same with this. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna mana means from just this, but it should be fine. Glorious meat. Oh no, it's not. Is it glorious meat? Hold on. Hold on. Let me just pull up my Dragon Guard 3 video. Because of all the moments in Dragon Guard 3 that I have on hand to enjoy, the meat bit, I know I have a video of it. Like just a small little bit. The only question is where do I put it? I bet you it's in my my stream video. Maybe not. Strange. I wonder where I put it. I had it was just Dragon Guard 3, the beginning of the DLC with oh wait, is it in the captures? No. Dragon Guard 3. That's a recording from something else. Huh. Weird. I wonder if I just uploaded it to YouTube or something. I don't have it here. How strange. I didn't save it in here. I'll stop looking for it in a moment. I'm just gonna check my Dragon Guard 3 folder. There's front and rear.
Front and rear.
Remember that scene?
Front and rear.
Weird. Very weird. Because it should be in my videos folder, but it's not. There's some random shit in there, but that's fine. Okay. Anyway, yeah, but 5 loves meat, basically. That's all it really is, and it's just her being cute and being excited about eating meat. That's all. Just one of my favorite parts, I think. I liked all the sisters, really. Like, well, maybe not 4, but you get to know them. Actually, you know what? Even 4. Even to some extent, 4. Because, I mean, she's...
It appears we have...
Maybe Popul is
very well.
I mean, she wants to murder all the elves, and at least she's happy about it. And to be fair, elves in Drakengard, the ones you meet, if they're any indication for the rest of the species, I don't really blame for too much, honestly. I mean, you have to assume that oh, what's her name? It begins with an A, right? It's not what is that elf's name in Drakengard 1? It begins with an A, right? I can't think of what her name is. Boing! It's not Optrock or something like that, right? Like, that's like a place near Jerusalem or something, isn't it? Oh no, that's Antioch. But yeah, anyway, she's crazy. That's all I want to say. But she's crazy because of her barrenness from her pact, I think. Right? Her womb was her pact place, I believe. Something like that. And she's just full on crazy and wants to eat babies, literally. So, and be eaten by babies, as we see later on in the final chapters of Drakengard. And then the only other elf we ever meet, there's one that Zero or brother 1 meets and adventures with for a while, who's pretty crazy. There's at least one more elf though, isn't there, in Drakengard? Or is it only those 2? I feel there's another one that helps show us how very strange they are. Yeah, it's not gone yet. Look at those. I'm excited. Check up there for anything special. And, you know, over there. As per usual, let the fun commence. I don't remember how I got onto that topic of meat and 5. Whatever. Speaking of meat, and, well, meat-like substances, I did get my McDonald's, by the way. So I satisfied that craving. And honestly, it was good. It was good. It was exactly what I wanted. Like some real low quality meat. But, I don't know. It's a comfort. It's a comfort. So I should have sold off any medical items on here. Hey, you want some meds? Oh, I don't know if I'll play it or not, but apparently there is a Resident Evil 8 demo out, and you get an hour of gameplay, and then it locks itself off, kind of like one of the previous demos that they did. I forget which one. I think it was Resident Evil 2's remake? Did they do that with?
It seems the ferryman...
Guess that means we're walking.
Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, this is gonna unlock the seaport stuff. Shoot. That's good, because we need to go to farm black pearls, and I don't think we can until that boat is gone. The black pearls might be the new evil egg. Honestly. Going back for a quick moment though to the Megalo box stuff, because this is really good. I'm really curious where it's gonna go though. Like, it's been a 5-year time skip basically. So like Sachio's is like a later teenish, and he started doing boxing, but he's not very good at it.
Hey, Popola.
Ah, you're back.
Have you learned anything more about the Shadow Lord's key?
I'm sorry, but it's going to take me some time yet.
I see. Well, can I take something off your plate in the meantime?
Oh, how about this? You know the ferryman with the red bag, right? Well, he's been skipping out on work lately. Can I ask you to go to Seafront and check on him?
Sure thing.
And sadly, we know he's not skipping. But I don't know how Joe is gonna fix this situation, if he can fix it. Because I mean, all he really knows is boxing. I mean, like he could.
This feels alarmingly familiar.
I'm sure that couple is merely having another one of their inane spats. Let us do our utmost not to get dragged into it this time,
The boxing isn't. It's not gonna fix it this time, I think. Sachio's getting into underground boxing, even though he's not good at it. Like the other kids have kind of moved on a bit.
Our water supply's become contaminated lately.
And they're all just kind of making their way in the world without Joe, and they don't need him and don't want him. So. It's a painful little thing, I guess. It got me thinking though. It got me thinking about how, like, how quickly some people kind of, like, move on from other people. Like, when I went to college, or went away to college, and then came back a year later or so, you know, hung out with my old friends. Some of them, you know, I fell back in with pretty easily. Others, it was a bit of a gap between us. You know, it was hard to kind of restore some of that shit. And it's weird how, like, some people, you know, you just roll with it, and it's fine, and, you know, pick up wherever you are, and then go from there. But for other people, it's not like that at all. And like all that time that you miss with them, there's not really a substitute for it. And they kind of keep advancing in their own ways and move past it. Which is fine. You know, you should keep living your life no matter who goes in or out of it, I guess, right? But I guess I was taken a little bit aback at it at some point by a few people. I do remember one of my friends letting me know that of my other friends like felt like I was looking down on them or something because like that particular friend didn't go to college or something. It's like, well, I don't know what I did to give them that impression, but I don't. I think it's fine. Like if you go to college, cool, you know, if you get something out of it, then cool. If you didn't, then that's fine too. I think there's a lot of things to learn in the world, and not you can't learn all of them in a textbook. I mean, most of them you don't learn in a textbook, I feel. Which I think you can be told that, I think. But you don't. Oh, we're gonna get to see
Yeesh.
this.
I don't think I've ever seen fog this thick before. Huh? What's that?
Did he undo the hole himself? Sad girl there. I'm gonna do some fishing real quick. I know, you're like, wait, well, we came here and there's plot advancing, there's movement here. What do you mean you're gonna fish? You know, I'm gonna fish. As you can see by my lack of sardines, I have been fishing previously. Just a little bit, not that much. I caught a bunch of sharks. Ooh, and it looks like we're about to catch another one, perhaps. And by that, I mean a shaman fish? Blowfish. Not what I wanted. Kinda was hoping to catch a sardine or two. Maybe 2 sardines. And then, looks like it's gonna be another blowfish. Well, proving me wrong, it's a sardine. I guess they have the same pattern. 2 small bites and a big one. Definitely a more like somber tone to this place right now with the automata music. I think we've kind of already talked about it, but still. Yeah. What do we got? We got a marlin? Blue marlin. Alright, I'll use the last sardine and then we'll continue. Ah, yes. The rarest of fish. What was I talking about? So, yeah, you can't learn everything. I was reading. Oh no, was I reading? I don't remember if I was reading it or it was in like some video or a line or something. A stream. I don't remember where it was, but someone said that you can't like plan out your whole life and then wait for everything to go to plan before you actually start living it. Yeah, I'm thinking a little bit. I wish I could like remember if it was something that I read or if it was in one of those cheesy cheesy like meditation bullshit things that my workplace has to offer that they're forcing everyone to do. Where are the sharks at? Here, take my marlins, and my shark, my goldfish, and my trout. Almost there.
Thanks.
130,000 more. I'll tell you more about those weird ass things that my work offers later. But yeah, it was a small little line, like just a sentence amongst everything else. It kind of got me thinking, I guess.
Oh God, it's over. My life is over.
What's wrong?
Oh, hey, I remember you. You're the ones who helped us out way back when.
Seeing as we've come all this way, I suppose we had best ask, what is the matter?
I had a fight with my husband, and he ran away from home.
Yes, yes. You may color me utterly flabbergasted.
But it's all that idiot's fault. I was saving up a bunch of apples, and he went and ate 10 of them.
That's actually sort of impressive.
Well, sure, I may have lost my temper a little, but I can't believe he just up and left. He's been gone for a week now, and it's...
All right, all right. We'll help you find him.
Really? Oh, thank you so much.
And here we go again. Shall we begin by asking around at the tavern like before?
Hey there. I'm looking for the guy with the red bag. You seen him around lately?
Really? Is that couple fighting again?
Yeah, the guy took off and hasn't been seen since. I take it this isn't a surprise?
Hardly. Their arguments are legendary. We're actually considering selling tickets as a tourist attraction. Anyway, I think he's from that village with the library. Maybe he went back home. I think his brother is a guard there or something.
Thanks for the tip. I'll see what I can figure out.
Say, you're pretty handsome. Care to buy a lonely woman a drink?
Yeah, I'm good.
Would you buy her a drink? Would you, chat?
Hard to believe a ship of this size managed to run aground. What was that? Hey, is someone there? Okay, I definitely heard someone cough just now. Maybe it's one of those kids from town? But where are they? There you are. What are you doing here, kid? And who are you, anyway? Were you a passenger on this ship, maybe? Hey, it's okay. You don't need to be scared.
I wonder if the 10 apples will have anything to do with this at all.
To think that couple's petty squabbles have become something of an attraction for
There
the
was an
locals.
apple
Doesn't surprise me
near
in the least.
the husband's
Seeing
body.
people like that puts a little spring in your step, you know?
You humans truly are a maddening bunch. Such buffoonery does little more than wear this old tome out.
Oh. I was gonna say maybe we should check to see if anything spawned at the beach, but I don't know if we actually get a new spawn from just that small little cutscene, so.
Hey there. How you feeling? Well, your cough seems better at least. Check it out. I brought you some bread today. Oh, easy there. Jeez, you must have been starving. Well, look, no one's gonna take this from you, so just take it easy so you don't choke on it, okay? So, what were you doing on this boat, kid? Actually, scratch that. First things first. I can't just keep calling you kid. You got a name? Well, this is going nowhere fast. Let's see. Louise. Yeah, what about Louise? I mean, it just sort of popped into my head, but what do you think? Guess you're okay with it. Well, it's nice to meet you, Louise.
We have a name for the shade. Gotta wonder about the
He searched the southern plains back when the wife ran off too, right?
shades that we meet that are like later on.
I believe we did, yes.
And kind of in the advanced
changed
stages where they're more humanish looking,
Nice when we find
such to
something
the
that
point
has
where, you know, they're actually
the fact that
fooling
couple
people.
is still arguing almost fills me with
You have to wonder if it's
hope, I guess.
it is just a
If
shade
you asked me, that particular
like
couple
doing better, or if
could
it's actually a
benefit from
shade like
little
who's managed to
change.
bond back with their body. You know, like the biggest all product actually working as it's supposed to, and then just failing because the shades themselves, I guess, just aren't bringing back properly, sort of, or they don't really have a place to be, I suppose. Like I guess like the whole premise of the Gestalt product is that, you know, you stick the books together and then everyone's souls go back to where they're supposed to be, and everyone moves on from there. Like society is all of a sudden back in working order and what have you. I guess. You take everyone's body and you do whatever you're supposed to be doing. But if just like one shade comes back, they're probably be pretty confused, right? Anyway. So, you know, not bring up a point and just ignore it. That line that I was talking about. Got me thinking a little bit, I guess, because I've talked about ambition and goals on the stream before and how I don't really have it. And I wonder if part of that is because, like, in general, I've lived a lot, or, you know, up until now, and probably still continuing now. I was generally living by, like, the plan that I had come up with when I was a lot younger about, you know, go to high school, get good grades, go to college, get good grades. We'll do a collection. And then post-college, get a good job, pay off the debt from college. It'll take a while. And you try to find a girl, get married, have some kids. That was the outline for life. And those last bits, you know, I don't really see much headway going on there. So I don't know if this plan is working. I don't really have any other plan. I think that is kind of tricky because, you know, I'm just kind of working my job, saving up money, almost done with that debt, and you know, in the next year, maybe in the next year, I might be done with it. At which point, I'm gonna have to figure out a new plan. Because, like, once that debt doesn't really tie me down, then I don't really think there's much else tying me down at all. Ooh, sweet. I'm gonna go ahead and harvest this. And these ones should go away soon as well. So we're getting more peach flowers, which is good. Or rather, more seeds for them. Who knows, maybe I'll finally take that motorcycle trip I was talking about before. But yeah, that... I guess that line just stuck in my head a little bit because it feels like a lot of... well, it feels like what I was doing. I don't really know what you want to do. At least I don't. So, well, I was thinking, and like this, the pandemic's good for thinking, I think. Though, you know, people are getting vaccinated now and everything like that, so people are seeing it as something that's coming to an end. And there was an email the other day from my work about, like, I don't know, sometime midsummer, I think. About plans for going back to the office.
Oh, hey, it's you. What's up?
You're related to the ferryman who carries a red bag around, right?
Yeah, he's my little brother. Haven't seen him in a while, though.
A shame. Have you any idea where he may have absconded to?
Not a clue. Like I said, I haven't seen him.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, but the last time I did see him, he said something about using his ferry to deliver letters. Maybe you should try talking to someone at the post office.
I guess we could ask the postman over in Seafront.
Just once, I would enjoy receiving a quest that can be solved in the general vicinity of the Asker.
And, the plan from upper management.
I cannot believe how many trips we have made simply to track down a single man.
It's alright to do this kind of thing every now and then.
I only pray this is not the calm before some manner of storm.
All over the place. You know that now. Also, way to set a flag, man. But yeah, so the email did outline, like, I forget the exact date, but basically saying that they want people to do 3 days in the office at least. Like, at a minimum, have 3 days in the office. And I really don't want to, honestly. I much prefer working from home. Like I'm torn a little bit about productivity because I don't think I'm not productive at home. But I think the balance between, weirdly enough, the balance between work and life and having your work be stuck in the middle of your life here, where it's
it always takes me forever to figure out what I want to say.
It actually worked out better for me.
What's to figure out? One simply takes quill in hand and unleashes their soul upon the canvas of the page.
Whatever you say, Vice.
It's true. I'm with Vice on that. But like, you know, a lot of people have had trouble disconnecting their work from their home life. And some people maybe work too much because of it. But I also think that people who were doing that and had trouble with it probably already had a bad work-life balance and they just didn't realize it, honestly. Not everyone can leave work at work and have home at home. Because some people have to be on call or do those kinds of things or maintain services that have to be up 24/7 or whatever, right? So like they always kind of have that thing in the back of their mind. But others get to do their 9 to 5 and then leave, and some people with that 9 to 5 and then leave often don't.
Hey there, Louise. Say, where'd you get that red bag? Found it on the ship, did you? You kids are so darn curious about everything. Anywho, it's good to see you. Afraid I don't have any bread today, but I did bring you something. Here, it's a ribbon. Let me tie it in your hair for you. Well, what do you think? Pretty nice, huh? Huh. What's that on the floor? Oh, it's a mirror. Well, that's a stroke of luck. Let's go ahead and check out your new look. If you go over there where it's brighter, you'll be able to see yourself more clearly. What's wrong? Don't you want to see? Oh, I see. You don't like sunlight. Guess your eyes are pretty sensitive after spending all this time in the dark, huh? Well, it's not like we can have you stay here forever. We should work on getting you out of here so you and me can go look at the sea together. How's that sound?
Well, we know where she got the red bag. You gotta be a little bit curious though, like why did she kill him? Or was it for apples?
Nobody's ever gonna find me here.
Right. Why are you hiding, kid? Are the kids playing tag or something? Must be something like that, right? But yeah, I think people who were living that way and maybe didn't even realize it. I think being stuck at home and then realizing how much they were working even while they're at home. I hope that like functions as a bit of a wake-up call to them, you know? Like maybe you didn't realize that you were continuing to bring work home with you until you were stuck at home with work. But like I haven't had that problem in a long time since my previous job, which very much, you know, overworked me a lot and bled into my personal life a lot and was really bad. So when I got out of that job, I stopped doing that, and 5 o'clock rolls around and I am done. Besides like extreme circumstances, it's
hey,
done at
Postman.
5.
Oh, sorry. You're not him.
I'm sure as hell not. I just swung by to pick up a letter and wound up running the damn place. Anyway, you here for a package or something?
No. There's this couple who's always fighting, and the husband took off. So I'm trying to track him down. Ring any bells?
Sorry, pal. You're asking the wrong guy. Still, that's pretty weird. My buddy's daughter took off too. Maybe running away is the cool thing to do now.
I find it exceedingly unlikely this pair of runaways is mere coincidence.
Any idea where she might have went?
That is the question, isn't it? Actually, you know what? I bet she went to check out the huge shipwreck that drifted into the inlet the other day. Not often something like that comes around. It's all the kids have been talking about.
So yeah, 5 o'clock rolls around and that computer is closed and I am done and out. So for me, working from home has been great because I have a lot more time.
Hey, Louise. I brought your food for today. What's wrong? Aren't you hungry? Huh. You haven't been eating much lately. Are you okay? Well then, let's try this.
Did he bring an accordion? Or is he singing?
Yeah, sorry about that. It's called a song. Humming a jaunty tune is the best thing for putting a spring in your step. Songs are like a little bit of wisdom that makes the tough times easier. I love them personally. I mean, not that I'm any good at singing. Whoa, your voice is a bit rough there, but you're actually pretty good. You know, I knew someone who lived in the town lighthouse before she died. She used to hum this same song a lot. I heard it every time I stopped by to deliver something, and I guess it just kinda stuck. Of course, that was quite a while ago. Hey, are you trying to cheer me up? You are a kind soul, Louise.
Shades would have to figure out something about sunlight, though, you know?
I'm sensing some really weird magic going on here, Sunshine. You feeling it too?
Yeah. Is it a shade?
Are you actually trying to think something through rather than just jumping in and killing?
What's wrong, Kaine?
Nothing. It's just... I'm sensing a presence from seafront. Something like a shade.
A shade in the town? That's not good.
A shipwreck, is it? I suppose we might as well investigate, seeing as how we lack any other tenable leads.
Right. Let's head for the inlet.
We do respawn after this thing's damp. Yeah, so I'm not looking forward to being told that I have to go back into the office. Especially like in general, people have told me that I've been much happier as of late, and like a lot of the time in past years, like when the weather gets bad and those types of things, I wouldn't call it seasonal depression, but you know, my mood does get a little bit lower when the weather's not great and such. But this year I didn't have a problem with that at all. Weirdly enough. I mean, I guess just being stuck inside the whole time, you know, throughout the summer, and time just kind of losing all meaning made it so that the season change didn't matter. Hey, Jay. Alright. So, we're off to the ship. After we destroy all the boxes, as per usual. I did look at the beach here, right? Yeah. You don't sell pearls, do you? She sells pearls, but not
if you
black
need
pearls. Does she sell black pearls after the ship?
Kaine, Emil. What's going on? I haven't seen you two come into Seafront in, well, ever, I guess.
Sorry for the surprise. Kaine said she sensed something strange in the area.
Strange how? Like a shade?
Yes.
Maybe? Not sure. There's some kind of sound or something coming from up ahead.
What an incredibly specific piece of information the hussy has graced us with.
What is it, Kaine?
Nothing. Let's get moving.
We're gonna need to figure out some way to get inside that thing.
This ship is in a state of wanton decay. Surely we can find a hole or some such if we put our minds to it.
We most certainly can, Vice. But first we just have to check the spawn points and then we can move on.
These planks seem to be covering a rather large hole.
We can probably get in if we move them out of the way.
I'm worried about whatever it is Kaine is sensing. We should make sure we're really prepared before going inside.
So, were you able to write that letter?
Does she have blood around her now?
You know, now that I've taught you how. Not yet, huh? Well, there's certainly no reason to rush. You know, it makes me happy that you've taken such a shine to me. First time we met, I didn't have the foggiest idea what was going on in that head of yours. So, hey, I've been thinking. How about you come live with me? It might be kind of nice to have a daughter around. Not into it, huh? Guess I should have figured. I'm sad to hear it, but it's your choice, of course. Huh? The floor's wet. Wait, is this blood? Oh dear. Are you...
Oh, baby, that is one hell of a smell. We got something real nasty nearby, eh, Sunshine? Come on, don't tell me you ain't picked up on it yet. You of all people gotta know what this smell means.
This ship is in poor condition indeed. Do try not to thrash about and bring its timbers down around us, hussy.
Whatever.
You sure you're all right, Kaine?
You really shouldn't push yourself. Hey, I've got an idea. How about you and me search outside and get some nice fresh air in the process?
Sure. Let's do that.
Sounds good. Take care of Kaine for us, Emil.
Emil is on the case. Come on, Kaine. Let's get the lead out.
This place is pretty gloomy. I'm having a hard time imagining any townsfolk hanging
Why
around
could they
here.
actually animated them?
Well, as
going
we've
with-
no other leads, let the search begin. Outside light is in short supply. Look there.
And there's still some oil.
I'm gonna skip through bits and pieces of this stuff. Just not all of it, but just if I do skip things, then it's okay. We've seen it once before.
Wait, did you see that girl just now?
I did indeed. How on earth did she manage to get behind us? Perhaps she is the runaway we heard tell of at the post office. Best track her down and take her back to town with us.
Indeed.
There's no one here.
Weird. It's like we just saw a ghost.
Oh, what foolishness. I am certain this room merely contains a secret passageway or the like.
What is with this ship anyway?
There may be clues somewhere that tell of how it ran aground.
It looks really dark up ahead.
Then perhaps we ought to make use of that lantern we just found, hmm?
What's this? An apple. It's a bit bruised, but it's not super old or anything.
I wager it was dropped by that fruit-loving ferryman with the red bag. Perhaps he absconded to this ship to wait out the storm after yet another spirited debate with his wife. Ah, goodness, what a troublesome couple.
Let's keep moving.
Oh, what was that sound just now?
Sounds like it came from the floor above us.
I'm trying to like piece together the events here though, because the little girl already has the red bag.
This barrel's been knocked over, and there's flour everywhere.
Surely it was toppled by the girl we saw at the entrance. Wait. Cast your eyes to the floor, lad. The missing child left white tracks in her passing. Should we follow them, I expect we will find our way to her.
Man, this book's got some serious heft to it. Wonder what it's for.
It would seem to be this ship's logbook. Let us avail ourselves of a gander. Records of the routes it traveled, the weather it encountered, and the places it made port, all in a painstaking level of detail. I would expect no less for a vessel of this size, until the day the records suddenly cease.
What the hell happened on this ship?
Bad things.
Hey, there's a notebook on this desk. Oh wow, this thing is crammed full of information.
A record of the cargo they carried, no doubt. Let me see. By my pages, this ship was used by slavers. How simply atrocious.
Wait, you're telling me they sold people?
And made out quite handsomely from the transactions, it would seem.
How could they do something like that?
I do not know, nor do I care to ponder it. Let it suffice to say there are monsters who trade coin for misery in all corners of this accursed world.
Thanks. Slave money.
There's a breeze coming through these shelves.
That white vase is rather conspicuous. Try giving it a nudge. A hidden room. How delightful.
Yeah.
These chests are pretty huge.
And what do they contain? Treasure, perhaps?
I wish. Looks like a bunch of iron tools.
Those are no mere tools, lad. They are instruments of torture. I shudder to think what evil transpired in this room.
The exit looks walled off.
And in blood, no less. The smudging makes it difficult to pass, but I believe it reads, "Let me out."
I didn't get this last time because I moved the shelf beforehand, I think.
No doubt they can find their human cargo in this room.
That's terrible.
We may be able to pass through here should we push the shelves in the outer passageway.
So there's a bit of dialogue that I missed before.
These shelves are blocking the...
Only one way to find...
So we can piece together, I suppose, that Louise was a slave. Or is the amalgamation of the shades of the slaves, perhaps? I don't know. I'm entirely sure how we should
Don't seem to be any shades
interpret
around,
it.
at least.
But
Fortunate for us. Now let no more time be wasted in our search for the townsfolk.
Either way, you know, she got a little hungry. She may or may not have eaten one of
The
our
white
friends.
tracks end here.
Wait, I hear something.
So now we understand this. So she's singing like the postman had taught her. I guess because she's feeling lonely or bad? Yeah, this part.
Whatever that sound was, it stopped. I swear it sounded like a girl.
This is a voice pipe. A contraption by which one's voice can travel to a faraway location.
Which means the girl is in whatever room this pipe connects to.
Hold a moment. I spy a chart of the ship's layout on the wall. Yes. This pipe connects to a cabin in the ship's stern.
Onward and, inward, I guess.
This little lantern has brought us quite far, hasn't it?
Yeah. And the light it gives off makes me feel, I don't know, safe somehow.
Well, aren't we the romantic?
Looks like somebody's journal. Here, let me see. It says the ship was attacked by some kind of monster.
Ah. Shade.
Seems like the person who wrote this holed up in here, while the monster roamed around the ship, killing everyone. Do you think that actually happened?
I cannot say. Though the term monster might well be referring to a shade.
Did we read this journal last time? Because I don't remember that. But there's all the voice pipes in that room, so he probably got to hear them all die. That'd be my guess anyway.
A kitchen, is it?
Oops.
Heavens, look at the size of this saucepan. This must have been where they prepared meals for the crew.
There's a note stuck to the counter. Extra rice, hold the peppers. Looks like the crew had some say over how they ate.
To be picky about one's food while at sea is a luxury indeed. Thinking back on it, the cuisine we were served during our visit to the bickering couple's home was quite particular in its choice of ingredients, was it not?
Tell me about it. I feel like I've sampled every single recipe in the Apple Fanatics cookbook. Once we track down the ferryman, we should invite them to a meal at our place.
A fine idea, lad.
Hopefully Nier's cooking is better than Jonas. Though I guess that's not a high
damn.
bar.
The hell is this smell?
Perhaps it is wafting from further inside?
Another apple.
Just how many apples does that quibbling husband keep on his person while he's out and about?
Let's keep searching. Vice? I think the floor is...
So... trying to think if that door was going to the room
Speak to
where
me,
she
lad.
is, or
Are you
something
hurt?
else.
Been better, but I'll live. I can't see a thing down here. What is that terrible stench?
I suspect we may have fallen into the ship's hold.
The lantern got away from me during the fall. We'd better look for it.
Is that...
Vice, that's it! We found the lantern.
About time. Might I suggest you cease the celebratory fanfare and light the blasted thing already?
So that room up there wasn't the girls' room, was it?
Oh dear. Look at the bodies. They are all people from town. And, I fear, the missing ferryman.
I see the ferryman, and I see the The little girl that ran away.
Oh no. This can't be real. Why? Why did everyone have to... God damn it!
Pull yourself together, lad. Remember the presence Kaine sensed. The culprit who murdered these poor folk likely awaits us further within.
I won't let them get away with this.
That's enough, lad. Avert your eyes.
We have 3 bodies down here, looks like. Ferryman, the daughter, and someone else. She's shading her up, it looks like. Okay. So there's a
Hey there, you
motivation,
two.
I suppose. The why done it.
Hey, I didn't know you guys came back inside.
Did we ever? Found a nice hole in the wall to slide through. But then we heard a bunch of noise coming from that super dark floor downstairs. You sure had us worried.
Yeah, sorry about that. You feeling better, Kaine?
A little, yeah. Sorry for the trouble.
Good. That's good.
Jeez, you seem really down in the dumps. Did something happen?
Tell me, Kaine, that presence you sensed.
It's on the floor above us.
I feared as much. It seems we've little choice but to press onward.
There's a bunch of crumpled up paper here. Letters, maybe?
Okay, so this is her trying to practice her letters. For the postman to write him the letter he wanted.
They all seem to have the same words written upon them, but the penmanship is so poor I cannot make heads nor tails of it.
She was trying. And she's also eating people, but she was trying.
Did you guys find anything on the ship?
Some townspeople, actually. But they're all...
Well, shit.
You're really not looking so hot. Is everything okay? You shouldn't have to bear all this on your own. Once things calm down a bit, come talk to me about it, okay?
Thanks, Emil.
Oh man, that smell is getting ripe. How you feeling there, Sunshine?
Not great. Can't you tell?
Good place for a post office box.
This would be the final room, yes? The culprit who murdered the townspeople may be behind this very door. Let us proceed with utmost caution.
It's that girl we saw when we first entered the ship.
Old lad, this is a lone child sitting inside a hulking ship littered with corpses. Something is clearly amiss.
There.
Oh man, this shade is nuts. I think I'm in love. You can feel her power hanging in the air, and she ain't even trying yet. Things are finally heating up. Huh?
Could this girl be the presence you sensed, Kaine?
Oh, hey, it's you. Been a while.
Wait, you're the postman. What are you doing here?
Oh, I've been coming here a lot lately. I think this girl was on the ship when it drifted in. I've been keeping an eye on her until she's well enough to leave. Hey, so this is kind of awkward, but the girl is, you know, bleeding. I brought a bunch of bandages with me, but, well, how exactly does one deal with a woman's time of the month? Sorry. Clearly crossed a line there. Forget I said anything.
Stay the hell away from her! She isn't...
Pretty sure she just didn't want to be discovered.
Camille!
We'll figure something out. You just find a way to get the hell out of here.
The two of them will be fine, but you and I must withdraw. The ship is collapsing. We must leave at once.
Very much aware of that, thanks. Shades! Damn, they're in the way! Looks like we can get out through that hole up there.
I should check to see if there's an achievement for Lewis or Lewis side. All the achievements. No, that's it. That's the way. There's... doesn't list it. Also, this thing says that I don't have the strongest bond, which I definitely do. Oh wait, never mind, that's a different one. I don't see Louise as an achievement in here for defeating her within a certain amount of time. So I don't know if it actually matters. But I mean,
glad you two made it out in one piece.
Yeah, we're good. But that poor postman is still trapped inside.
oh, he's fine.
We'd better go help him out.
No shade would dare pursue us into sunlight such as this. We should use the opportunity to ready ourselves.
Whoa, here she comes.
What on earth?
Good use for good track though for this.
Why isn't this shade being hurt by the sun?
That is not precisely the case. It most certainly is being burned by the sunlight. However, its regenerative abilities far outpace whatever damage the light is able to inflict. This light, something is coming. Get out of the way at once.
Oh, listen, it's singing. This thing actually thinks it's a person.
Oh, you can understand it.
singing lessons came from, but I do know it's sure as hell trying to eat.
Oh, I don't have enough magic to charge that far. Oh, great. Keep doing that.
Aim for the tentacles with faces on them.
Don't stop now. Focus on the next one.
Doing it for him? How sad. How precious.
Around a good time.
Now is our chance. Attack with all that you have. Did we get it?
So she's eaten all the sailors on the ship, right, when she attacked them, as well as some townspeople.
Oh hell, that thing's huge.
I like this song. It's kind of fitting for her as well. In the same way that that one robot wanted to become beautiful.
To think it could recover from such a grievous wound.
Ordinary attacks aren't gonna do shit against this thing.
Hey, the guy from before's collapsed on the beach. That shade's got some kind of hard-on for it. We should take him hostage.
Shut your yap. I'm not in the business of using my blades on people.
Okay, but he had a good idea though, kinda. Come on.
Is this thing turning its body into spears and shooting them at us?
Yes. Can't you see his body on the beach anymore? No, so you can't like kickstart the process.
Fine then. I guess we'll all just sit around a campfire and sing songs until we get murdered.
God damn it!
Probably one of the coolest looking shades in the game though, honestly. Oh, it's singing time again next time? Nope. It's just death.
The number of spears flying our way is increasing. Yeah, I can see that. Damn it.
Oh, so close.
My word, if this continues.
Hey, over here! This guy's important to you.
isn't he?
This is here and now. Is this thing immortal? How can it withstand such an onslaught?
Who's in love?
I'm really scared, guys!
We will be in grave danger if it unleashes that attack. We must stop it.
Is it purposely like this?
I think we're in trouble.
What the hell are you doing? Stop him already!
My body won't. Damn it! Fuck!
Stop! No!
What are you doing? You're gonna get yourself killed.
Stop! Don't hurt these people! So you've been lying to me this whole time? You're a monster!
It stopped. Focus on the source of its magic. Aim for the head.
We can never be together! You disgust me!
Well, only 13 years to sleep mode, everyone.
Thanks. You really saved our bacon.
You've all done so much for me. Offering a little refuge is the least I can do. I don't have the words to express how sorry I am. We all knew townspeople were out there being eaten by a shade, but I never imagined I was taking care of it this entire time.
The fault lies with that foul creature alone, Postman. Not yourself.
I hope I can believe that someday.
All right, well, we'd better get going. There's someone else we need to break this news to.
Fair enough. I hope to see you out there on the old letter trail again soon.
Hey, did you find my husband?
Yeah. The thing is...
Wait, why are you hesitating? Is he alright? Please tell me he's alright. Come on, say something already.
So we told her the truth last time. This time we'll lie to her. Which I don't really want to do, but I do want to know what her dialogue is.
Your husband, left town. For good, I mean.
Does that mean he fell out of love with me?
No.
Is it because... Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I actually loved fighting with him, you know? It was the only time I felt like we were really communicating. It made me so happy in this week. I guess it was only me who felt that way, huh?
Why am I able to move during this part? Yeah, telling the truth is better.
It saddens this old tome to think we'll never hear those two at each other's throats again.
If only I'd gotten to him sooner. Damn it.
Do not let it burden you so, lad. You did the best you were able.
Good though. Now that we've seen the shade half of it, it's good content in the game. I don't know if it was like originally slated for the game and then removed, the original I mean, or if they made it just for this based off of like other ideas that maybe didn't quite make it in or something, but yeah. Good, still fitting with everything, I think. So. It's nice to see that, like, you know, hasn't really lost. No, it's really lost its touch.
Thanks.
Most importantly, of course, you know, we can now successfully farm for black pearls, which is a fairly important thing to be able to do, considering we need 3 more of them in order to level up the spear young. And then we'll need 10 more to level up the sword and the dagger. So that'll probably take a while. And since we got another Eagle Egg in the DLC, I'm inclined to just like repeatedly run the DLC stuff to collect Eagle Eggs. But I've yet to see a black pearl come out from that. Though it would be interesting if it does. But I don't think... Well, yes, no monsters drop black pearls, as far as I know. But in the DLC, there's just boxes.
Disappeared along with
So, I don't know. One thing before we, well, 2 things, I guess, before we cease the stream for the night. letters.
The hell's this, Sunshine?
A letter. That thing wrote it for the postman.
Ha! Man, that is some grade A chicken scratch.
She probably copied the letters as best she could.
So, what's it say?
I think our friend's gonna wake up soon. Let's go.
Which friend?
Hey, Kaine.
Yeah?
When you were threatening that shade on the beach the other day, how did you know it was trying to protect the postman?
Just a feeling, I guess.
Alright.
Who is she talking about? Emil? Like that was a morning before they like left this place or something like that? Or is she referring to something else? Like, no, that doesn't. I have to think on that one a little bit more. Because the way she says our friend is a little odd, I think. Because no one's friends with Tyron.
A bunch of townspeople disappeared along with that massive.
Okay, so the music stays this somber tune. Okay. I just wanted to know like what it changed to it. I know that you know the scene was over basically. Looks like it stays this sullen little thing, which is fine. I guess, but... No pearls. We'll check the other beach real quick, I guess, but I guess we'll go back and see if the junk heap is open to us again or not. And if so, that can be the next stream, I guess. Yeah, I'll do the military. I don't... Choosing which one I'm going to do, I'll probably do it the day of. Just because I have to be in the mood and have enough tea to get through all the reading or anything related to the Forest of Myth. So for now, I'll head back to the village so that I can continue to, you know, deal with moonflowers and everything else that one needs to do in the village. Two shines? Two shines. I'll let Kaine and Emil sort them out. I'll just collect things. I mean, we really don't need to be fighting these guys that much anymore. Like, there's still words to be had, like, to collect and everything, but I'm not really trying to get any achievements for the dictionary percentage type thing, so. But it is 11:20-ish, so gotta end this stream soon. Does his brother say anything?
Haven't seen my little brother in a while, so I guess the ferry business is good. If you happen to see him, tell him to swing on by, and to bring that lovely wife of his with him.
I had a feeling. Gotta make sure everything is bittersweet, I suppose. It's funny how little family talks to each other sometimes. Everyone's always busy with their lives. It's like, I think that's probably why you get a lot of people, like, even when it's not Mother's or Father's Day, encouraging people to, like, call their parents and say hi every now and then, you know? So it's really easy to get caught up in your own life if you not reach out. And then your parents do silly things, like go with scam emails and not realize that they're being scammed. other things of that nature. Those kind of things are frustrating because you expect more of the people you know. But I guess if no one ever fell for those like Nigerian prince emails, they wouldn't send them. But you almost gotta feel bad for the prince of Nigeria if such a thing even exists. I don't know Nigeria's political structure. Because like no one must take any of his emails seriously. Okay, let's do that. Finish off this little bit of a quest. Although I think it might ask us which one we want to do, like whether we want to check our mail or go to the Force of Myth. So I might be jumping the gun here on this, but it is technically the end of the seaport quest, so we should do it.
Shades on the coast, the ferryman dead. You've had quite the rough trip. That poor ferryman used to tell me stories of the epic quarrels he had with his wife. He found the whole thing quite amusing. He loved her, though. He loved her with all that he was. I'm very sad to hear that he's gone. Still, you made it back safe, and I'm glad for that.
Have you any new information about the key to the Shadow Lord's castle?
I'm still working on the decryption, but I'm afraid progress has stalled. Loyal Cerberus might refer to a dog, but I've never seen anything that would fit the bill.
It must be pretty complicated if even you can't decode it. Well, you're our last hope, so please keep trying, okay?
I will. By the way, I was walking by your house earlier and I noticed you had some mail. You might want to check it out.
Thanks. I'll do that.
Oh, one last thing. Since the ferryman was missing work, I arranged for someone else to handle the job. I'll make sure they know to let you use the boat as before.
Gotcha.
Even without those we have lost, the world relentlessly continues to turn.
We will check the garden real quick, and then that'll be it for today. Or, should we check up there too? Just in case a giant egg. Well, we can't really go that wrong with just collecting things, right? And it's not just an excuse to keep playing. I mean, it kind of is. But, we gotta, you know? We gotta check all the spots. Because if we always do it, and we're diligent about it, then it'll save us time in the long run. Who knows when we need a bunch of berries. So what will probably end up happening is that I'll keep playing with flowers and such, and my hope is that by the time I stream Nier again, which will probably be Tuesday, that I might maybe have either a lunar tier or enough pink moonflower seeds, whatever the lady in Facade wants. Have enough seeds for her to complete her quest so that we can be done with all the quests. That's the hope anyway, because we have been, you know, fairly lucky with things as is. One nice place to check for shinies. Actually, I guess technically there's also right here is a spawn point as well, but Not one that I've checked that often, honestly. I'll go up the eastern road that much. Alright, so these aren't dead yet. But they'll die, and then we'll collect these beauties. And we'll be good. So, I will, for more Nier, I will see you all. The plan is for Tuesday, unless something comes up. And otherwise, tomorrow I'll continue doing more Mother 3. So I hope you enjoyed watching and seeing the shade side of the boat story. I did. And when we do Route C eventually, we'll go ahead and, you know, we'll give it lots of time and wait for additional dialogue during that one scene where we shoot the hints at her head to see if they say anything more. So, bye for now, everyone. Have a good rest of your day, night, or whatever it is, wherever you are. Take it easy.